And with us online right now, Mike Tate is the chair of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin, their website, wisdems.org. And if I have that right, Mike?
You did. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us. Tell us how are the Democrats in general, the organized Democratic Party, how are you all fighting back against this $1 million ad campaign that is coming your way? That they're going to carpet bomb your state with advertising. Some Utah wealthy right wing group has already come in with I guess I'm assuming paid the petition acquirers to try to recall these 14 Democrats who've left the state. I mean, you guys, you have to feel like you're in a bunker in a war or something. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, it definitely does feel like we're engaged in some pretty serious combat here. And, I'll say one side effect of this very ugly situation, I think, has been to mobilize the progressive movement and the Democratic Party in Wisconsin. I mean, I heard a little bit of your last guest talking about how we had, 75,000 plus people at the Capitol last Saturday. But, I think a bigger story is the fact that we've had 1,200 people at an event in Green Bay recently. We had 700 people at an event in La Crosse, 400 people in Fond du Lac, 600 people in Richland Center, all over our very large state. In some pretty rural areas, we're seeing a lot of people stand up and be counted and saying that, they think this attack that Governor Walker's orchestrated here has just gone too far. And I'll agree with the comment you just made, which is, he's doing this because he thinks this is how he can balance the budget, but he's doing this to try to stamp out the Democratic Party. Yeah. And I think that is something that is just clear and blatant. And I don't even think Scott Walker makes many bones about it.
No, when Shepard Smith talks about this on Fox News and just says it right out loud, if we could just defund the unions. I mean, they're 3 of the top 10 donors to political campaigns federally. And if you can get rid of them, you got nothing left but billionaires and corporations. And you think they're going to go for any Democrats? I don't think so, unless the Democrats all of a sudden start behaving like Republicans, which a few have. I mean, let's face it. It is, in some places, tough to get elected without a lot of corporate money, tragically. But it seems to me like this is going to cause more Democrats to behave like Democrats, to paraphrase Harry Truman.
Well, and let's not, forget for a minute here what this is all about. This is about 2012 and trying to beat Barack Obama.
Yes.
Because, there is, in my opinion, putting 2008 aside, there is a very, very narrow path for any Democrat to get to the White House without winning Wisconsin. No Democrat has been elected president in the last 100 years without winning Wisconsin.
Wow.
And he knows that if he can shut down organized labor, and they're doing other stuff, Tom, like, making it harder to vote, requiring driver's licenses for college students and some African Americans that don't drive. I mean, this is a orchestrated attempt to destroy the Democratic Party and try to beat Barack Obama in 2012. And, Scott Walker clearly wants to be, crowned the national darling of the Republican Party. This is pure partisan politics at its worst.
Yeah.
I always say, I'm a strong partisan. Obviously, I'm a state party chair, but, partisanship at some point, should stop at the ballot box. And, these legislators do need to figure out what the best plan for this state is in a very serious way. And they're just completely abdicating any moral responsibility they have for governing.
We're talking with Mike Tate. He's the chair of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin. WISDEMS, WISDEMS.org is the website if you want to check it out or help them out. Mike,
we could use your help.
Yeah. Please get over to wisdems.org and check it out. Mike, to the extent that there might be actually some kind of legitimate ideological debate between Republicans and Democrats, setting aside, the Koch interests and the obvious, he wants to privatize the power plants and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
What might that debate be? Or is there really no ideological debate here at all? Is this really just about stripping the Democratic Party of its base of union support?
Well, I think it's absolutely about stripping the party of its base of union support because, look, if this was about the money, if this was about, our working men and women paying a little bit more in pension and health care costs, they've already said that they would be willing to do that. I mean, when Tommy Thompson was governor here, he said, Republican, well-known governor, he would sit down with his state employees and with his public employees, and he would negotiate a deal. There's a state senator, Tim Cullen, was quoted in the Washington Post last week talking about how he's never seen a governor who, when he proposes a bill and gets 70 to 80% of what he wants, doesn't take that deal and run with it.
Sure.
And Scott Walker has essentially been told, we'll give you everything you're asking for, except just don't break the union. Don't destroy our right to collectively bargain for a safe workplace, for a good environment to educate a child, and for our nurses to continue to help the sick. Just don't take that away from us. And he just walks away and says, nope, non-starter. That's why this is just blatant partisanism.
Yeah. What can people who are, obviously we're on the air in Wisconsin, but we're also on the air in 50 other states and frankly on 2 other continents. What can our viewers and listeners do to help the Wisconsin Democrats?
Well, the first thing I'd ask for is that, if you can make some sort of contribution, even if it's just $5, is go online to wisdems.org and contribute money to help us fight this fight. It's incredibly important. The second thing is we have organized, and they're going to continue to organize, phone banks so people from outside the state can call into some of these legislators, call voters, and
that's great. Okay, and that's all at wisdems.org as well?
Yes, sir.
So if you have unlimited minutes or one of those, free calling plans, no matter where you are, you can participate. You can help out. Wisdems, as in Wisconsin, wisdems.org is the website. Mike Tate, the director, the chair of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin. Thanks, Mike.